Welcome to Angel KTV.
Hi guys! Welcome back to Entertain. Today we are going to be talking about homonyms. So without further ado, let's get into the video. Okay, so homonyms. What are homonyms? They sound similar to homophones, right? Well, homonyms are basically words that have the same spelling, pronunciation, but different meaning. So they have the same spelling, pronunciation, sounds, but they have different meaning. Now you're probably thinking, is that really possible? Well, it sounds confusing, but trust me, it is. So without further ado, let's just start off with some examples. So now we have address. Address. Now when we think of address, what do we think of? Well, we have many other explanations for it. Well, we have one, address can be name, title, or even the place of residence. Like, for example, I have your address. We also have the other address, which is basically the act of addressing oneself to a person or even a group of people. Like, for example, he addressed a public gathering. Okay, so now let's move on to the second example to make things more clear. The second example, we have play. So when we hear the word play, what do we think of? Well, normally we think of, play as in to play something, right? Play, maybe playing video games, playing all kinds of other things. Well, yeah, the first one is technically to play. Like, for example, he plays football regularly. Well, the other kind of play, you're probably thinking there's another kind of play. What other play do we not know of? Well, we have play as in to perform. Like, for example, have you ever gone to, let's say, one of those theater things? When they do these movies and stuff, like these plays and, just roles and stuff, like when they give out roles to people attending the, performance and stuff. Well, yeah, that is basically another example of play. Like, for example, she is going to play the role of the princess in the event. So you can see these are two different things, and they obviously sound similar, and two different meanings, basically. So now, let's go over to the third one, right. Now, when we think of rights, and I'm not talking about the one when you actually write something, I'm talking about right, the normal right from wrong kind of thing. So, right, the opposite of left. So, right. What do we think of when we hear the word right? Well, obviously, we kind of think of something similar to decisions and directions, right? Well, yeah, that is true. Let me give you an example of the first kind of right. It's basically a decision. So we have right from wrong decision, we have right from left, So we're talking about decisions this time. So for example, Julie made the right decision to end that friendship. So you can see. So let's talk about the second kind of right, like direction. This time we're talking about direction. Like, for example, the army attacked from the right direction. So, okay, let's have a few more examples to make things more clear. We have fly. Yeah, immediately you guys are probably thinking of different kinds of fly. We have fly, to zoom like planes, fly from the air to move in the air. And then we have the other kind of fly, the annoying kind of fly, the flies that are everywhere. I don't know if you guys can see one right here. There's just one that just flew past. Okay, actually, there wasn't any fly. I'm just, giving you for instance. Now, fly and a fly, we have basically an insect, and then we have some sort of to move in the air kind of thing. So, for example, a fly sat on my palm, and then we have the other kind of fly, which is basically move through the air kind of thing. Like, for example, Maddie is good at flying kites. Kites, those things you kind of like throw in the air. Okay, So now let's have two more examples to make things even more clear. So now we have left this time. Before we had right, so now we're having left. So when we hear the word left, we obviously think of direction, and then we obviously think of, left, which is kind of like, just to say the word to leave something behind, to leave something, to leave someone, or to leave someone, someplace, something behind. You know what I'm saying? Like, for example, let's take to leave something behind. Like, for example, Mr. Lewis left his phone in the car. Then we have the other kind of left. That's basically direction, opposite, like opposite of right. So here's an example. There's a cat on your left side. Now, sometimes I'm not really doing the direction because, sometimes when I do right, it kind of shows it like this way. So, like, my movements are kind of like, I'm doing this, but instead you're kind of seeing it that I'm doing this. So I'm not really going to put the directions where you say, oh, she doesn't know her directions or something like that. But okay, let's talk about the last one, which is band. Now, immediately you guys probably think of, musical things, stuff like that. Well, we have two types. We have the one for music, like musicians, groups and other stuff like that. And we also have the one like a band-aid, like, those people who wear like bandanas and stuff like that, the band around their, basically almost around their head and stuff like that. Yeah. Like, for example, the band of musicians are lazy. And then the other kind of band, for example, John always wears a small black band on his head. Alright guys, that's it for the video. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I hope you guys learned something, and I hope you guys can actually picture, you guys can tell the differences here, because homophones are kind of different from homonyms. And if you haven't checked out the video, you should definitely go check out that video. Remember that homonyms are basically words that have the same spelling, pronunciation, but different meaning. I hope this example makes it more clear for you guys, and stuff like that. And I just hope you guys enjoyed. If you're subscribed to my channel, don't forget, I love you guys so much. Thank you so much for subscribing to my channel. And if you are new to my channel, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. That's if you actually enjoyed my video and you found it really fun. I'm trying my best to make things a lot more, fun around here, not just all seriousness. So I hope you guys really enjoyed. Don't forget to leave a like and subscribe. And if you are not new and you haven't subscribed, please subscribe no matter what. Maybe this is your third time seeing my video, fourth time, fifth time, maybe people shared it to you and you're just keep watching my videos. Please subscribe. It's going to help me out a lot. So I would really appreciate if you subscribe, and thank you so much for watching this video. Thank you so much for giving this video a like. Thank you so much for waking up, because you are perfect in your own way. Alright guys, I hope you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, don't forget to like and subscribe, and I'll see you guys next time in my next video. Bye, Angel fam. Love y'all.